Hi there and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about all the properties of the whole numbers. We looked at whole numbers last time, and as you can see, it includes all the natural numbers. The whole numbers are from 0 all the way to infinity. No fractions. So the first property of the whole numbers is the commutative property. Think about what does commutative sound like, right? It sounds like you're commuting somewhere. That means they move around. The numbers can move around. It does not matter which order you add or multiply numbers in. Subtraction matters, but not for addition or for multiplication. Here is an example. 3 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 3, but 3 times 4 is also equal to 4 times 3. And this is not just for 4 and 3, this is for any of the whole numbers, okay? We also have the associative property. Now, if you associate with someone, you form a group with them. Okay, so what this one means is pretty much it does not matter the order of groupings. Okay, everyone's going to associate with everyone. All the numbers are friends, okay? That is what this property basically tells us about the whole numbers. And the example here is that 5 plus 7 plus 9 is equal to 5 plus 7 plus 9. All right, you can do this for all the whole numbers once again. Then we've got the distributive property. When you distribute, you're handing things out, right? Do you give some candy or snacks to only one of your friends and not to all of your friends? That is just cruel. That is just cruel, okay? You need to give to everybody. That's what this property is telling us, okay? Expressions can be simplified by multiplying the number outside of the brackets or parentheses by all of the numbers inside. Okay, we need to remember this. Don't be selfish. Give the number to everyone inside the brackets, all right? 4 times 6 plus 4 times 8. So we don't say 4 times 6 plus 8. That does not work. We have to give to everybody. Okay, we're generous over here with the distributive property. All right, works for addition as well as for subtraction. So the other one, the commutative property, did not work for subtraction, but the distributive property does. All right, then we've got the properties of 1. Okay, there's only one property of 1 we need to know, and that is the multiplicative identity. It just means it has to do with multiplying. Okay, so when we multiply or divide a number by 1, that number does not change, so it keeps its identity, right? When we try to fit in, we try to change our identity, but in this case, because it keeps its identity, it's called the multiplicative identity. All right, now properties of 0. Here are actually a few more properties. So first of all, we've got the additive identity. Once again, identity means it stays the same. So if you add or subtract 0 to or from any number, it stays the same. 11 plus 0 is 11, and 6 minus 0 is still 6. All right, another property of 0 is that if you multiply by 0, the answer is always 0. Does not matter what it is. Then we've got the rule for dividing by 0. And basically what that means is that you cannot divide by 0. But 0 divided by a number is always equal to 0. All right, so here we see 0 divided by 5 is equal to 0. But if you had to switch them, that would not work. That would become undefined. That means we cannot know what it is. It can pretty much be anything, and I'm not going to explain why that's the case now, but you can do some very, very complicated mathematical proofs to actually show that this is the case, that if you say 5 divided by 0, then it will be completely undefined. Then that answer could be anything. For now, those are the only properties of whole numbers that you need to know, and if you have any questions about it or any other topics related to math, then let me know in the comments. All right.